Welcome back, Attack. I'm Sky, and I'm pretty excited to bring you a video talking about what kind of machine that you're going to need for future MMOs and also the current lineup of MMOs that we are playing right now. Hey, World of Warcraft just upgraded its graphics, and I know you guys have seen the trailer for Lost Ark, right? Because that game looks awesome, yeah? Okay, and I know you've seen trailer for Blade and Soul, the new Lineage, lots of really cool MMO games coming out, free to play, pay to play, subscription, otherwise, just lots of MMOs coming out, and you are probably eager, excited, and as enthusiastic as me and everyone else, and you probably want to upgrade your machine, or maybe buy an entirely new PC, make one yourself, so that you can play these games, maybe competitively, maybe leisurely, casually, but still, you want to enjoy yourself, and to do that, you're going to need the proper equipment, and this video is here to help you out. Alright guys, let's start with the basics. Pretty easy stuff. You should probably get Windows 8 64-bit. I mean, you kind of need 64-bit to make use of your gaming RAM. You're going to need more than 4 gigabytes of RAM, especially if you want to be playing modern games. It's just like Call of Duty. You can't play it unless you have 6 gigabytes of RAM. It's just not going to be pretty. It's going to be choppy and chuggy, and especially for MMOs, you're not going to have any sort of fun trying to load into these areas or just even walking through the game and it's just constantly chugging. You can't be doing that. It's not fun at all. So you're gonna need Windows 8 64-bit or whatever Windows in the future that's coming out. Always get 64-bit so that you can make use of your RAM. You're gonna need 8 gigabytes of RAM to start out with. If you can get more, get more. Maybe 16. 16 sounds like pretty reasonable, but I'm gonna say 8 gigabytes because that's still under $100. But guys, you're still gonna need the gaming speed RAM. Now, this is going to depend on your motherboard, what speed that you can get, but most modern gaming motherboards can handle whatever speed. You can overclock it to whatever speed too, so just make sure you're getting a gaming brand with a gaming speed and just get 8 gigabytes of that. Next up, you're going to need 1 terabyte of HDD space, okay? So you're going to need 1 terabyte of hard drive space. This is for your applications, your softwares, I don't know, pictures, music. You're going to need that space for other things other than your MMO, but for your MMO, you're going to need a whole separate drive. I'm gonna say a solid state drive, okay? So if you're gonna be playing one MMO, multiple MMOs, whatever your gaming applications that you want to be competitive in, especially in MMOs, if you want to actually have a really good time, put it on a solid state drive. The load times are going to vanish. The game is going to run so much smoother because in MMOs, you're constantly loading tons of textures, tons of pop-ups, tons of people. There's just a lot going on, a lot that your computer needs to remember, and well, that's what the RAM is going to help with that, but the solid state drive is going to make everything so much more leisurely, and you know, especially with those load times, it's really going to help out there, like tremendously. It's going to be night and day difference, and you're going to really enjoy the game once you get an SSD. However, it is a little bit more expensive, so just kind of use this for your really important programs that you want to run very fast, maybe movie editing thing, software, but also, you know, your MMO, or MMOs in my case. But yeah, graphics card, obviously we gotta talk about the graphics card, right? Well, actually, a lot of MMOs don't quite have like that huge amount of graphic fidelity. I mean, the future ones are coming out, so if you want to play current gen, you can actually settle for a little bit less. But for the next gen, you're definitely going to want a next gen card. This is going to be 200, 300, just a little bit over price range. So keep that in mind, guys. You are going to need a gaming graphics card for these games, even if they don't seem like you might need them. But yeah, the same could be true for CPU as well. You're going to need a new gaming CPU. So if you can't afford it, I guess get a Core i7, but you really don't need to. Core i7s come with integrated graphics. You don't need that. You know, I mean, since we're upgrading our machine or that we're building a whole new one with a dedicated graphics card, we are not going to be using AMD's APU technology, and we're not going to be probably going to be using the i7. It is a good CPU. It is strong, but there are other budget CPUs that you can get. Just make sure it's fast, definitely has overclock potential, and make sure it's got them cores, guys. Don't be getting a dual core. You're probably playing on a dual core right now. It's not going to work in the future, and it probably doesn't work even right now in a lot of MMOs. You're going to want a pretty fast 4 core or more. Definitely aim for, I don't know, 4.0 gigahertz or more, definitely overclock potential. And also, guys, remember to get a nice CPU fan. Of course, stock sometimes is really good, but if you have a bigger case, which we definitely suggest you get a bigger case, obviously, bigger motherboard, bigger case, better airflow, that's good. Definitely have room for overclocking, have room to put in extra things. Always look at the long term. Alright guys, so you probably came here wondering about very specific items that you want to be putting into your upgraded machine, or maybe you're making an entirely new rig and you want to know what you should probably buy. Well, overall, some generalizations though is you want a really good case. Please spend the money on a good big case. I mean, yeah, you could probably get a mini ATX, I guess. You could have smaller form factor, but really just look at the airflow. Look at where they put the power supply. Don't have it on top, guys. You want it on the bottom. Look into that stuff. Spend the money to get a good case. But other than that, just completely preference. Now, specifics though. You're gonna want the Samsung 840 to 850 series solid state drive. This is a really awesome, best bang for buck solid state drive. And it's not too expensive. They have a huge range of performances and sizes that's going to be perfect for you. You can get the smaller size if you're just going to be playing one MMO and you just want it for that one MMO, or they have bigger sizes if you do a whole lot of things like editing video, like me. Now, for the CPU, if you have money bags, get an Intel Core i7. Just do it. But really, we're going to suggest the AMD FX 8350. The AMD FX series is really good. There's a huge amount of overclocking potential with these cards. They have lots of potential overall, and especially considering their budget, their price point. Yeah, these cards don't come with integrated graphics, but you're making a gaming rig or you're upgrading one already. You don't need the integrated graphics. You already are getting or have a graphics card. You just want that processing power. So in the AMD FX family, you're gonna get that. You're gonna get that huge bang for buck. And now speaking of bang for buck, the GTX 970 is the definitive card. This is the best card for the money. Absolutely. If you can afford this, if you can, even if you can't, I think you should probably stretch it a little bit, get the GTX 970, especially because of my preference for the software that comes with it. The GeForce experience is amazing. It absolutely, definitely does trump AMD software completely, especially because of Shadowplay. I use that for all of my recordings now. Total Biscuit uses it, the Cynical Brit. Everyone uses the GeForce experience. Everyone uses this stuff, and it's amazing, and it's great, and the GTX 970 physically is just a beast of a card. Now, if you're on a budget, and you really can't afford it, the R9 270X series, or just the R9 series, is pretty alright. It's not an NVIDIA card, but still, I'm gonna suggest you make the extra leap for the GTX 970. That's gonna give you a little bit of future-proofing, and absolutely amazing. Trust me guys. So other than that, yeah, just get a good case, do some research on some different cases. It is really very much preference, and gaming RAM, I mean, that kind of goes with your motherboard, but power supplies also as well. Power supplies is going to be dictated by what kind of graphics card you need, and also what kind of case. You're going to need enough power to power all the fans, all the lights on your case, the graphics card. You're going to need enough power to power, I don't know, all your different hard drives. Make sure you get a little bit more than it suggests on the graphics card. And make sure you get a gaming brand PSU or else it's gonna die. But other than that, you can kind of pick and choose what you want to do. But definitely check out our suggestions. You can see the links to Newegg in the description below. Look at those, and also kind of look at the competitors, because you can kind of pick and choose what you want. But this should help you see what kind of machine that you're gonna need for the next generation of MMOs. And hopefully I'll see you on there and we'll have some fun. So thanks for watching. Thanks Attack Gaming. I'm Skylant Shore, and hopefully you'll come back for more. Check out MMO8CK.com for more awesome articles, and go ahead and give us a like and subscribe so that you can see more awesome informational videos like this, top 10s, and other gaming goodness.
I get to put something in your mouth again.
Can I put it in my hand first?
No, you know how this works.
Oh,
I shove it in your mouth.
Please choose your words wisely.
Okay, lean back.
Oh, what?
Well,